Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Movie Soup. That's right, and we got some soup for thought for you today. But today I want to the thought that came to mind was that I want to share is about 80s New York, right? I was watching Crocodile Dundee, which if you haven't seen, it's about this Australian bushman from the Australian outback who's, lives super remote, gives tours of the outback, doesn't know much about technology, and this reporter from New York goes to do a story on him. They kind of fall in love, have a thing. She wants to take him back to New York so he can experience New York, and he's experiencing so many things for the first time. And it's a great fish out of water story, and it is a classic. It's a certified 80s classic. It's good soup. It's great stuff. And what makes it good is that they take full advantage of 80s New York, right? Because 70s New York is kind of gross and grungy and Taxi Driver-esque. But 80s New York going into 90s New York is where New York was happening. It was popping. New York was the financial center, the fashion center, the food center, the beautiful melting pot of all these wonderful different types of people. Just, I guess, in a lot of these 80s and 90s New York, they obviously over-exaggerate every single type of person. The stereotypes are loud and proud, and I'm here for it. That's why people love 80s and 90s New York, and it's just a beautiful, wonderful way to show New York. Crocodile Dundee is a great time. You'll love it. But it got me thinking. I was like, man, Crocodile Dundee did such a good job taking advantage of every aspect of 80s New York. And I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? You know what really disappointed me? And it was one of the most disappointing movies ever was Jason Takes Manhattan, right? And it was so disappointing because that film could have been a horror classic or a horror comedy classic. And I watched it a while ago with the missus. We went through all of them a couple of Octobers ago, and that was the one I was waiting for. I'm like, I'm probably gonna love that one. It's probably gonna be cool because if the Muppets can take Manhattan, surely Jason can take Manhattan. And man, was I wrong. Jason does not take Manhattan. He lazily and stupidly just chases people the majority of the time, and it's pretty boring and it's the worst entry of all the Jasons. I'd rather watch any other Jason than Jason Takes Manhattan again. But again, it had that potential, right? And it's probably obviously it's probably a budget thing, right? Because back in the day especially, but even until today, horror movies, they are notoriously low budget because they always get a big return, right? You have some gore with sex and all that. It's going to get all the teens to come watch it, no matter how crappy it is. Huge return on investment, and that's kind of the MO of the horror movie. But Jason Takes Manhattan, again, it could have done something. It does give us a little promise, right? Here's a clip from Jason Takes Manhattan that perfectly illustrates what this film could have been.
Living in the city ain't no big deal. Living in the city ain't no big deal. You gotta have a heart made of U.S. steel. If the crack don't get you, then the hookers will.
You're a dead meat, slime bag. Yo, man, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.
See, wasn't that great? Wasn't that fantastic? That was a New York moment with Jason. That's Jason taking on Manhattan, right? But the rest of the film is just boring. It's a snooze fest. You don't care about it, and it's sad. Because you know what we wanted? Come on, just give us some New York kills. That's all we wanted. We just wanted a big set of New York kills.
Push the little red button.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. Something of a scientist myself.
Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker, you. You only exist out here because of me. That's the only...
New York kills, man. We could have had some awesome New York kills. And if I had a genie or even $1 billion, I would totally try and remake Jason Takes Manhattan set in the 80s. I still think it'd be a fun idea. So anyway, that's my soup for thought. What are your thoughts? What do you love about 80s New York in film? And what's your favorite 80s New York movie? Let me know. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you on the next soup. Bye.